Hey, what's up guys? Jeremy with Everything iDevice, and in this video I'm going to be covering all of my absolute favorite tweaks, themes, widgets, fonts, basically anything that I like will be in this video. Now do keep in mind that these are all my favorites, so you might have different preferences for different tweaks and stuff like that, but this is all the stuff that I get a ton of functionality out of on my device, and also my favorite themes. So I'm not going to waste any of your time. I'm just going to go ahead and jump into this, and these are not in any kind of order. This is just completely random. So the first thing I got for you guys is beta font. This basically allows you to change all of the fonts on your device. One of the quickest and easiest ways to really make your iDevice look customized. So there's beta font, and my font of choice is the boxy font. There's hundreds of fonts, they're all free, and beta font is free itself. The next tweak I got for you guys is called Folder Enhancer. It's basically the way the folder should be on iOS. As you can see, it opens the folder instantly. You can have as many applications in the folders as you want. You can have separate pages, and you can even have folders within folders. The next tweak I got for you guys is a very cool tweak. I just did a video on it. It's called Active Dock. It basically brings the dock from Mac OS X and puts it on your iPhone, iPod, or even iPad. And as you can see, it looks just like the dock in OS X. You also get the little indicator lights for the applications that are running in the background, and you do get the really cool bouncing effect for the docked applications that have a notification, or even when you launch the application. As you can see, just a very cool tweak. The next Cydia application I got for you guys is called Byte SMS. This basically replaces your Messages app, and it brings a ton of functionality. You can reply to messages within anywhere in your iOS device, and even if you want to just compose them, all you gotta do is swipe down on Notification Center. You get this little icon in the right hand corner. Just go ahead and tap that, and you can compose a iMessage, like I said, from anywhere within your iOS device. Very cool application. The next application I got for you guys is called Winterboard. This is basically the way you theme your device. You can theme out almost anything. You can theme Siri, lock screen, your icons, your status bar. So I do have the icon theme. I also do have it stacked with the iOS 6 colorful status bar. And if we jump to my lock screen, I have the glass Clart battery right there. So as you can see, that looks really awesome on the lock screen. And I also have a Siri theme. This is called Neurotech for Siri. As you can see, it's a pretty awesome looking theme for Siri itself. There's just a ton of animation in the little microphone icon right there. And also, if I go ahead and ask her a question quick, what's the weather like outside? It even themes out the entire user interface of Siri as well. Another one of my favorite themes is the Jakku theme. As you can see, this has some pretty awesome looking app icons in my opinion. I just really like the way this theme looks, along with icon and glass Clart. The next tweak I got for you guys is called Color Keyboard. This goes right along with Winterboard. A lot of themes do have custom keyboards made for them. So one of my favorite themes for the keyboard is the Windows Phone 7. As you can see, it totally changes the keyboard. You can change the background, the keys, the pop-ups. As you can see, the pop-ups look really awesome right there. And it's just another really cool tweak to have on your device. Again, that's called Color Keyboard. The next tweak I got for you guys is called Zeppelin. This basically allows you to easily change your carrier logo to just a huge variety of different icons. And one of my favorites is the Dubstep Carriers, the add-on for Zeppelin. Zeppelin is free, and all the add-ons are free as well. The next tweak I got for you guys is incredibly simple, but at least for me, I get a lot of usage out of it just because I have to input my email into so many different things on a daily basis. This is called Double @ Basically, you go into the settings and you put your email address into the settings for it, and then all you gotta do is double tap the little @ symbol, and it inputs your email just like so. Very useful tweak. The next tweak I got for you guys is called Full Force for iPhone. This is basically for the iPhone 5 and the iPod Touch 5G. Basically, it'll stretch apps and make them fit the larger screen, and it does it seamlessly. You don't even notice that it actually did it. So I'll just show you an example here real quick. Speed test is not actually updated to support the larger screen, so let's just go ahead and open it. And as you can see, it does fill up the entire screen, and you really can't even tell that it's been stretched at all. Very handy little tweak to have. Again, that's called Full Force for iPhone. The next application I have for you guys is called iFile. This is pretty much a essential tool for any jailbreaker. Basically allows you to browse the entire file system on your device. There's just a ton of stuff you can do with iFile. You can zip files, you can edit coding of themes like lock screen themes and change the location. Also, you can just go through, you can copy and paste everything. It's just a very, very robust application that allows you to do anything with the files of your device. Again, that's iFile. The next tweak I have for you guys is another incredibly simple tweak, but I just think it's very, very cool. This is called battery peak. So as you can see, I don't have the battery percentage, but with battery peak, all you gotta do is tap on the battery and it will display your battery percentage, and then it will go away on its own shortly after you display it. So just a very, very cool little tweak. The next application I have for you guys is a very powerful application. It's called Universal Video Downloader. Basically, anywhere in your device you can watch a video, this application will allow you to download it. You can download it directly to the app, so you can watch the video when you're not connected to any kind of data or Wi-Fi. So I'll just give you a quick demo. This will work with Netflix, Hulu Plus, Safari, Chrome, YouTube, basically anywhere you can view a video within your device. So if I go ahead and select my video here, it will ask me if I'd like to download it right off the bat. So like I said, very powerful application. Again, it's called Universal Video Downloader. So now I do have a few widgets to show you guys that I think you would like. I do have NC RAM, NC date, and NC settings, and the way that I changed the background for my notification center to give it that really cool blurred effect. I used the tweak NC colors, which also allows you to colorize the background as well. But with NC RAM and NC date, you can customize the font, the color of the font, the size of the font. Just a very cool, way to have your date and RAM in your notification center. And then NC settings, of course, it's just basically a, essential widget to have in your notification center with a bunch of quick toggles like Wi-Fi, volume, brightness, orientation lock, 3G, vibration, location services, Bluetooth, airplane mode, so on and so forth. So there's a few widgets that I think you guys would get a lot of functionality out of. Next, we do have a tweak called Flag Paint. This will basically colorize your notification banners to match the applications. Just another very cool looking tweak. So if we go ahead and let that send, and I should receive a notification just like so. So as you can see, the banner is actually colorized to match the application, and this works across the board. A very cool tweak. Again, that's called Flag Paint. The next tweak I got for you guys is another one of those really, really simple little no-brainer tweaks, but it's just a very cool tweak to have in your device. This is called App Scent. So as you can see, when you're downloading applications from the App Store, instead of it saying loading, it actually shows the percentage of the application that has been loaded. Just another very, very simple little tweak that I really enjoy having on my device. Again, that's called App Scent. Next, we have one of my favorite lock screen tweaks. This is called Unfold. Basically allows you to just fold your lock screen to enter your device, as you can see, just like so. You can even change how many folds there are within it and change the orientation. Instead of going to the right like so, you can even fold it up. Very cool tweak. Again, this is called Unfold. The next tweak I got for you guys is another very, very simple little tweak that's just kind of another no-brainer. So when you're within your Messages app and somebody's replying to one of your text messages, you do get that little icon indicating that they are currently typing out that message. Well, with the tweak Type Status, as you can see, it does put that little icon in your status bar so that you can see that you're being replied to when you're within any application in your device. Just another very, very cool, simple little tweak that I think you guys would like. Again, that's called Type Status. Next, we have the tweak Torch. Now, this is probably another one of my most used tweaks. I don't know how many times at night I need to access the flash on my device so that I can actually see where I'm walking or when I'm looking for something. Well, with Torch, as you can see, it adds a little kind of lightning bolt icon on your lock screen, and you can just simply tap it and it will turn your flash right on. Just another very, very convenient little tweak. Again, that's called Torch. Next, we have another jailbreak kind of benchmark tweak. This is Springtomize 2. It's basically the Swiss Army knife of tweaks. There's so many things that you can do with Springtomize. You can resize your icons. You can change your how many icons are in your dock. You can change the lock screen, like how I have it right here, how the it's displaying the battery on top of my wallpaper, so you don't have that ugly looking black wallpaper. You have animations, capabilities, you can change status bar elements. Like I said, the Swiss Army knife of tweaks, again, that's called a Springtomize 2. The next tweak I got for you guys is Barrel. This is one of those tweaks that's just been around forever, and it's just one of my favorite tweaks. As you can see, it adds animated page scrolling effects to your springboard and when you flip between different pages, and I think it's just a very, very cool tweak. It's extremely smooth, it works very well. Again, that's called Barrel. Next we have OXO. This basically reimagines the switcher on your device. As you can see, you have live page previews of the running applications. You can kill an app by simply swiping down. You can kill all applications by tapping and holding. You can swipe over, and then you have your music controls, and then you even have brightness settings, quick toggles, just a very, very cool looking tweak, and there's a ton of functionality with it. Again, that is called OXO. And last but certainly not least is Zephyr. This basically allows you to not ever have to even touch your home button on your device. You can swipe up to open up your switcher. You can swipe up to close an application. You can multitask with just a swipe left or right when you're going through applications. When you're within an app, you can even swipe up and hold, and it will bring up your switcher that way. Just a very, very, very useful tweak. Again, that is called Zephyr. So there you go. That is all of my favorite tweaks, themes, apps, widgets, basically everything I have on my device. Again, this is all personal preference. This is all stuff I use on a daily basis. And if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to throw a like, share, and favorite this video. That will help me out a lot. Also, if you guys have any questions, I'll leave a link down in the description for more details about everything in this video. And of course, if you guys want to see more videos like this, be sure to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy with Everything iDevice, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.